Ayman Khan with Frank Warren in Poland heading towards his charge. Daniel Dubois looking to upset the odds and dethrone Oleksandr Usyk this weekend. Frank, sir, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. All the better for speaking to yourself. Look, can I ask you, what makes you so confident that Daniel Dubois can upset the odds this weekend?
Because I believe in his ability, and he's a young man. We know the obvious thing, he's got lots of power, but he's got a tremendous jab. He's got a great jab, he's got good footwork, and he's faster than people give him credit for. And I just feel that if he can impose himself, if he can take command of that ring, centre of the ring, and work his jab, I think he can win the fight.
Do you feel he has the backing of the British public?
Sorry?
Do you feel he has the backing of the British public?
Listen, of course, he's got to win him over. Everybody in the UK, all they talk about is Tyson and Joshua. So he's got to win them over, and this is an opportunity for him to win the British public over.
From a Daniel Dubois perspective, do you feel that if he does get the win, he's got to get it early within the first half of the fight?
No, not at all. I think he just takes his opportunity when he comes. What I don't want him to do, I don't want him going out there and just looking to throw bombs. I don't think that's what he won't do that. And if he does that, he'll wind up getting very, very frustrated. And I've seen it so many times with guys when they just try to go and knock somebody over. He's got to go out and box. He's got to work behind his jab, relax, and everything will fall into place.
An interesting move from Shane McGuigan to Don Charles. Shane McGuigan, obviously a very accomplished trainer. Don Charles, as much so too. What did you make of the move? Are you happy with the move?
Look, I like fighters to be settled down with the people they're at, but there was a reason for it, and they moved. And as long as Daniel's happy, I'm happy. Don's doing a fabulous job with him. He's a believer in him, and that's what you need.
Are we expecting to see the WBC heavyweight champion in attendance this weekend?
I don't know. I doubt it. But if he does, fantastic.
It was a very interesting interaction. I saw parts of it, the across the table, which featured yourself, Daniel, and Krasik and Usyk. You got the chance to speak and confront Krasik. What did you take from that and the back and forth that you had about getting the fight over the line?
Well, it's all been pretty irrelevant at the end. I mean, our story's been the same. We've never had an offer. This year, we had one last year, we accepted it, and it didn't happen, not from our perspective. Tyson signed up for it, and this year we've had nothing. The only offers that have been made by us. No one else has made an offer.
Do you stand confident that, look, if Dubois doesn't get the win this weekend, the fight between Fury and Usyk can get made this year, next year, or at all?
I think the winner of this fight will participate in the unification fight.
I'll give you the opportunity to respond. I spoke to Krasik yesterday and he said, I don't want to quite repeat the quote, I don't know if you saw it. No. He said, the fight with Usyk and Fury will happen if Tyson Fury doesn't, how do I put this, empty his trousers, I guess. Your response to that?
He won't empty his trousers and he wears bike clips anyway, so there won't be a problem.
On to a couple of other things. Fury versus Ngannou. Has he got the traction that you feel that a fight of that magnitude would get?
Come here, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to educate you now.
Go for it.
Promoter. He's had 3 novels that have gone to number 1, correct? He's got a series at Meet the Furies, which is number 1 on Netflix, which has 500 million subscribers. Yeah? Do you think it's going to sell? Do you think people are going to be interested in it? Do you think people are interested in Tyson Fury?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, there, you've answered the question.
What about the look, though? There's a fight inside the ring, there's outside the ring. Usyk is defending his belt, but Tyson Fury is taking on a crossover fight. Is he winning that public battle, behind the scenes?
Well, we'll see. They're either going to watch it or they're not. And then when it breaks box office records, you'll say he won that battle.
We'll see. We'll see very soon with bated eyes. I want to get your thoughts on a couple of things. Look, drug problems in sport right now is rearing its head again. Never great to talk about the drug situation. Matchroom using drug-free sport. What do you make of that? And can we clear the sport?
I don't like... Look, you can't do enough testing. I think it's brilliant that people be tested because that's the only way you're going to stop this situation where people are taking PEDs, which is life-threatening to the opponent and also to them over a period of time. What I'm against is if there's a test, the results of that test should be given directly to the commission, not to me as a promoter or Hearn as a promoter. They should be given to the commission. And he has no obligation to do that. He's paying for it, so he has no obligation to give it to the commission. He said on the Simon Jordan show they hadn't done any tests for 3 to 6 months, which was untrue because obviously the test with a girl who failed was, I think it was only, 4 days before. And, was it 3 weeks before? But the thing about this is the drugs-free sport do not test for 2 items that are on VADA and UCAD list. They don't test for EPOs, and they certainly don't test for natural growth hormone. So it's a pointless thing. But even if they did give the results to, if it's the American Commission, directly, not to be sent to you from the laboratory, because the laboratory doesn't even send it back to Drugs Free. They send it direct to the people who pay for it, which is Matron. Send them direct to the Commission. They are the people who run the sport in the relevant area. They are the people who are responsible for the safety of the boxers. That's what should go down. Besides the fact that particular sample sat on a shelf for 9 days before it was even tested. That can't be right either.
You ever thought about using drug-free sport?
Who?
Drug-free sport.
Of me?
Yeah.
No, what's the point? I won't use them. What am I going to use an organisation that doesn't test for banned substances? It's pointless. It's what VADA's there for. Correct me if I'm wrong. Only a few months ago, or 6 months ago, wasn't VADA the gold standard of drug testing? What have they done wrong to be not? All they've done, they've tested people and found them to be positive or not positive, and they passed the results on quite rightly to the Commission. That's all you want. And you've had 2 ridiculous scenarios where as I say, the drugs-free thing a problem, and the one with Conor Ben, there was a big. How you doing, big man? Good to see you. You okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Looking forward to seeing you. And you have the situation where they've not even had a hearing to determine why those PEDs were in Conor's system. There's been no hearing for it. Do you think that's right? Despite his promoter saying he's been cleared, he hasn't been cleared. There's been no hearing for it.
Actually, about Tete, he's received a ban. Does he? What's his current status with Queensbury?
I said from day one, if he gets found guilty, if he can't explain why it's in his system, then it's really simple. You get banned, and he's been banned. We haven't hid anything. I've not defended anything, because you can't defend until you know what the result is. You can't just say, oh, he wouldn't do that, he hasn't done that. You might think to yourself, well, I'll be really surprised if he don't. But to categorically say someone hasn't done it, and you won't even go and have a hearing, is a load of bollocks.
Final couple of things, Frank, just quickly before you go. KSI versus Tommy Fury, you saw that? What do you think that press conference is? Pretty wild.
I didn't really think about it. I was on the plane.
No worries, Frank. Appreciate speaking to you. Thanks for speaking to Seconds Out, sir.